Hi, my name is Kate Albarelli. I'm the creator of the Figure 4 technique at Pure Yoga in New York City. I've designed this butt makeover routine exclusively for Fitness Magazine. For this move, you'll need a mat, and you'll also need a 1-pound weight or a rolled up towel. So now take that 1-pound weight or rolled up towel behind your left knee and bend that knee while you flex the foot so you get a really tight squeeze on the towel or the weight. Now lay on your front, take your hands underneath your forehead, relax your shoulders, and from here push your pubic bone down into the mat so you pull the navel in and you give yourself a slight tuck under. Now you never want to release that, so keep the navel pulled in the whole time. From here, start to lift that thigh up off of the mat without arching your back. Now you want to lift 20 times. Make sure you don't let that weight or the towel slip out. 20 times just lifting from squeezing your cheek. Now once you've completed 20, switch to the right side. Then come back, do 20 more on the left side, and then 20 more on the right side again. And then after that, you're finished. This move attacks the center of the glute. You'll need a chair, step away from the chair, and as you lean forward, place your left hand on the seat of the chair and your right forearm on the back of the chair. Now soften your knees, point your left leg behind you and tuck under. So you pull that belly in, pull the navel in. Now raise your left leg up, squeezing your glute the whole time you lift the leg, and flex the foot because that helps kick the hamstring in. From here, I want you to just lift the leg 10 times, small pulses, thinking about just the glute squeezing to lift the leg. After you've completed 10, take 10 little mini bend stretches. Every time the leg extends, squeeze your cheeks together. When you're done with 10 of those, circle the leg around either way you choose 5 times, and circle it the other way 5 times. At the end, it's gonna burn, but hold it up, keep that tuck of your pelvis, and give me 5 counts to finish. When you're done, stand up and repeat on the other side. This move targets the sides of the cheek. So you'll need a mat, come onto your back, take your feet a little wider than your hips, and flex your feet so your heels dig down into the floor. Now lay flat on your back, take your arms by your side, and turn your palms up so that your chest remains open. From here, lift your hips up and squeeze your cheeks. You'll never want to go any higher than your bra line, so keep the rib cage down. Lower the hips all the way down and lift back up. Take 10 full range, hold at the top, swing your hips 20 times, right and left, 20 total, squeezing the right cheek, then the left cheek. And at the end, come back to the center and pulse up, squeezing your cheeks together 20 more times, and then lower all the way down at the end. Come onto all fours on your mat. Now, give yourself a slight tuck under, so you pull the navel in, relax your shoulders, point your left leg behind you, and slight tuck under again. Now raise that left leg up, just squeezing your cheek to lift the leg, bend the knee in half, and then rotate the knee to the left without letting your hips open. You want to keep your hips and your shoulders square, but just rotate the knee. Now, keeping this tuck under, pulse that thigh up 20 times. You can keep your foot pointed to start. Now, once you've reached 20 times, remember you're only pulsing by squeezing the cheek. After your 20th one, turn that knee in and tuck it behind your right leg, then lift it back up to rotate it to where it started. Again, tuck it down and lift it back up. 10 total of those. Once you've completed 10 of those, hold the leg turned out, flex the foot, and give me 20 more pulses to finish, keeping the navel in and the tailbone dropped. Once you're done with your 20th one, you can release, but make sure you go to the other side so you can do your right leg. You want your heels to come together, toes slightly apart. Take one hand to your hip and the other hand on a chair. Soften your knees. Lift your heels 2 inches up off of the floor, but glue those heels together tightly. Now soften your knees deeply and lift that chest up and open. I want you to tuck your pelvis and squeeze your cheeks 10 times, a really tight squeeze of those cheeks. After you've done 10 times, circle your hips to the right, still squeezing the cheeks every time you come forward with the tuck. 10 to the right, And then repeat, 10 to the left, squeezing those cheeks every time you come into your tuck. Finish with coming center, getting a little lower, and then finishing with 10 more tucks, squeezing your cheeks at the very tip of the tuck. And then once you're done with 10, you are complete. For this move, you'll need a rolled up towel, so make sure that you have one. Take this rolled up towel, put it behind your left knee, and grab a chair for some balance. Bend your left knee and flex your foot so you have that towel in nice and tight. Now lean onto that chair and take your forearm onto the chair. Your left hand is going to come to your hip. Turn your left leg out and add a slight tuck under while you soften the standing leg. From here, bring the left leg forward, keeping the knee at the same level the whole time, and then press it back without opening up the hips. You want to keep them relatively square. Then bring that knee forward again and press it back again. 10 total of these, 10, and then after the 10th one, hold your leg back and continue to push it back 20 times, keeping the knee on the same level. On the 20th one, you can release, but make sure you go to the other side as well. Start on the right side of your body, and once you come down to the mat, make sure your knees are at a 45-degree angle. So you don't want them right up in front of you, but rather at a 45-degree angle. Now lay all the way down on your right side, let your head rest down on your right shoulder, left hand stays flat on the mat in front of you. Now flex your feet and lift your ankles up off of the floor. Now open that left leg up and lower it back down. Every time you open up the thigh, try to squeeze your cheeks. Now you want to take 10 of those, finish and hold at the top, extend that top leg right at the knee, and come back to your heels. Take 20 full extensions, keeping the knee totally still, and after your 20th one, come back to the heels and just press back with that top knee. 10 times to finish, and then release. And make sure you go onto the other side so that you can do your right leg. Take hold of the chair, take one hand on your hip because that will help keep your chest upright. Now open your legs wide into a wide second position. Bend your knees deeply till you find a 90-degree angle or close to it on either leg. Now sink as low as you can, and from here start to press the thighs open. So you want to work on getting the knees back by using your glute muscles to squeeze. Now your feet are flat. Go ahead and do 10 of those. Flex your feet so your heels dig down. Do 10 more. And then from there, lift your heels all the way up and finish with 10 more. Now at the end, you can hold it and get a little bit lower. The entire time, you want to think about your cheeks squeezing to allow the knees to stay held back. And then you're finished. This move I designed to blast those saddlebags. So you'll need a chair, step away from the chair, and lean forward at about a 45-degree angle with your right hand on the chair. Soften your knees, point your left leg behind you, and bring your left arm overhead. Now add a slight tuck under so you can pull in with the abdominals. Raise your left leg up by squeezing your butt cheek and not allowing your back to arch. Now you want to take 10 taps back with the elbow. So reach back, tap the elbow to the outside of your cheek and reach forward. 10 total taps here, and at the end, hold back here and give me 20 little pulses of continuous tapping to that glute muscle. At the end, hold 5 counts, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th one, you can release and go for the other side.